It's officially that time of year again, Shrove Tuesday, or better known as Pancake Day. And we're gonna do some really fluffy American style pancakes. So these are the ingredients you're gonna need. Right, so we've got our milk in a jug. We're gonna add in 6 eggs. Seems like a little bit of overkill on the eggs, but this is gonna be a really big batch of pancake batter, and it will make a lot of pancakes. So just crack them into the jug. There we go, and just incorporate this into the milk. Give them a stir. I mean, that's nicely incorporated now. You can't see any of the yolks in there. So we're gonna move on to our next step, which is the dry ingredients. So self-raising flour into the mixing bowl. We're using self-raising flour because we want a little bit of a rise on the pancakes, so want to be a little bit puffy. And then we've got our sugar in as well. Get that little mix around. And then we're gonna start combining our wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. Let's tip that in there. And then we're going to whisk all that until it's all nicely combined. Scrape any of the excess flour from around the bowl, get it all nicely incorporated. I'm being lazy, I'm using an electric one, but you've just got a normal whisk at home, just use a normal whisk. That's probably about done. That's the consistency you're looking for. All nicely combined. Add in 100 grams of chocolate chips. If you want, you could use like some blueberries or something like that. It's totally up to you. Just give them a mix around in there. And that's the pancake batter finished. Some people will leave this in their fridge to rest. We're just gonna get straight into it though. So we'll go and grab our frying pan and we'll get started. So we've got our pan, and I believe the trick to this is making sure the pan's at the right temperature. We don't need it to be too high because all that's gonna happen is we're just gonna burn the outside and the inside is still gonna be raw. So we're gonna keep it quite a low heat. Just want a gentle colour on there. We'll flip it, nice little golden brown on it, and it should be good to go. I'm just gonna chuck in a bit of veg oil, a bit of butter. Melt that down, nice gentle heat. So the butter's nicely melted, starting to foam. Give your pancake mix a little bit of a stir just because the chocolate chips tend to sit on the bottom. And the perfect measurement for me is just 1 ladle in, or 2 ladles if you're a fatty. So tip it in. It'll naturally create its own shape. And we're just gonna let that sit there. And you'll see the air bubbles start to kind of like bubble up. And that's what you want. You want a nice little bit of a rise on it. So as you can see, it's already starting to get a little bit of a rise on it, and the air bubbles are coming up. And it really is kind of like a little bit of trial and error, depending on the heat of your pan, how long you cook it on for each side. I mean, it's starting to set a little bit around the sides. We'll check that in a little bit, just to see whether it's going golden brown underneath. Just give your pan a wiggle, just to make sure it's not sticking to the bottom. As you can see, that's fine. Almost ready to flip, and yeah, so here we go. There we go, flip over. Same again on the other side, nice golden brown on the top. And we'll let it cook underneath. Right, so that's just about done. I've looked underneath, beautiful golden colour. We'll take that out, set it aside. And it's just about repeating the process now, really. You feel like you need to add a little bit more oil in, drop more oil in. Add a little bit more butter in as well, because why not? So here's the last one. Put a little bit of melted butter on there. Just give it a nice glaze. Just look at that. A little bit of icing sugar just to finish it off. Just the final touch. And there you have it. Look at that. You're never going to lose weight eating these, but damn, look at that. Should we cut a slice out? Look at that. I'm just gonna, you know, I know we're supposed to be sharing, you lot, but yeah, the whole thing. Really chocolatey, really sweet, really indulgent, just, yeah, just everything you want in a pancake. It's just beautiful. And there you have it.